Everyone's welcome. And then a soccer game with 2 soccer balls, so nobody knows who won. Who's gonna know, right? Here's a question for your mother. Anna, did God create you to work 7 days a week? What do you think her answer would be?
I think
She will walk away.
I was actually thinking that, though.
But my answer is no.
I think she would answer. I think she'd say, "Did God create you to be making videos all day without paying?"
Without technically, she calls it I'm not working. So I said, if you were not created to work 7 days a week, so help me. Open up a thrift shop.
You never said that before. This is your first time.
Well, I've got 1,000 plans. I'm not able to get them going. But every time I see a mirror up there, you see I put 1, 2, 3, 4. I just need more of those 5, 6, 7. The one you did. Alright, so we put 7 mirrors. I love mirrors. I always wanted to have like a ballet school, but for Tai Chi. And you need the mirrors.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
if we take all those mirrors down and get like at least 20 of them, we can make a maze of mirrors.
Yes, we could. I really gotta get the relaxshacks.com book. Remember that young man? Zeke? Oh no, Diedrichson, something like that. Derek. He and his brother build, he calls them shacks or forts or something, you know. But I would love to teach carpentry and to, yes, one for the lawnmower.
Oh, so like a shed.
It's just putting wood together so you could stick. I'd be able to walk around, you know, like I could put all this insulation on the shack, then it wouldn't get so hot or cold.
Now,
Hmm.
why is it so hard to build a house? Such a little mini house.
For us, because I don't have the training. There was a man that said he built houses for a year or I don't know how long, and then he pays $100 a year for 2 acres. He rents the property,
That is cheap.
and he lives there. He said, I noticed that there was a lot of grass there, so I started digging, and there was water underneath. So he gets his water from, is it a well or a stream? I'm not sure. And he built his house on top. It was a shack, like something like you'd find at the beach for the guardhouse, lifeguards. But someone broke in and took his computer and cameras. So from there, he built it underground. And you really have to crawl on all 4s to get in there. But he said it's like a dome. You have a center. It's a circular home. It has one light, like one window, skylight. And he sits in the center. He can read. He can cook on a 1-burner stove. It's different, but he does mostly raw foods, like carrots. He doesn't cook them. He just. No, these people are slim and agile. So he says that in the winter, I don't know where he is, but in the United States, in the winter, I think. Definitely in the winter, but I think he's in the United States. He says that outside it's 30 degrees. It's very cold. And inside it's 55 degrees because he's underground and the earth is always 55 degrees. So he just warms up his little home, probably with a chimney stove. And he warms it up, and just raises the temperature to 65 degrees, and then he's comfortable.
65?
Well, when you live up north, you get comfortable with like, hey, it's only 40 degrees outside. Oh, I could go without a jacket today. You know? The naked guy at the park. Yeah. I used to walk around like that. And you know what they said? Hay un mariachi desnudo. Because I had my big sombrero. And they said, and I was walking around in my shorts. You remember that bicycle guy that walks or drives his bicycle or rollerblades? I think it is his underwear, right? Boxer shorts or something. So I did something similar. I went with my shorts. I took off my shirt and I had a hat on. And then the soccer players, they started, one of them said, hay un mariachi desnudo. You know those big sombreros I wear?
Oh, yeah.
For cutting grass?
Yep.
Well, mariachi is a musician, but they have a special type of music from Mexico. So after that, I started wearing clothes. Nope. So I wear clothes. T-shirt. My grandpa, your great-grandfather, he always wore a T-shirt. Always. And he had shorts like mine right here. And then a shirt like yours. And then when he would go out, he would always dress up like me, but short sleeves. But you know, I wear long sleeves because I remember he had like cancer on his skin. You've seen those things like if you fall and skin your skin on the floor, then it peels off. It's rough skin. He had some right here on his forearm.
Like the guy, Mike.
Mike is a black man, isn't he?
And he has white hands.
And he has white hands. How unusual. I've seen it before. But another gentleman on TV, he said that they didn't show his face, his eyes, but they showed his lips. Around it, he had become white. Like from here. It's something that happens to the skin.
I thought it was because he was messing around with metals.
Yeah, it could be from a job.
Yeah.
Probably with chemicals, cleaning something.
Like rust, it's chemical reaction, metals,
So like, you know, the house Ray is fixing? Next to it, there were two gardeners. And they were both wearing those masks that doctors wear. So they didn't want to breathe in whatever they cut. They don't want to breathe in their pollen, perhaps? Weed killer, pollen, all those things. They were not using any fertilizing. They were just cutting a branch and trees and shrubs and things. I love doing the work that gardeners do, but only for about 2 hours.
Last time we did that for 2 hours, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you got a stroke. That I got.
Oh, yeah, no, I got heat stroke.
What's the difference between heat stroke and stroke?
All right, a heat stroke.
Okay, I know what it is.
You can drag me out of the heat, out of the sun, throw some water on me, and I'll be alive again, right? I'll feel better.
Okay, and stroke?
Stroke, I think that's something that happens to your heart. And after a stroke, women can talk, but men usually can't. I think a stroke is what our neighbor had, the carpenter, Mr. George Ross. You've seen him walking with the walker now, with the woman sitting next to him? Well, they both have a walker, and then she sits down, but she doesn't need a walker. Huh? He tried to help us with the skateboard project.
Oh, isn't that guy, that ate a completely rip off of the scooter? And we paid him $10 or 20.
tried to help us though, my son. The only problem was I wanted you to see him cut the wood. So now we can learn. He has a good heart. He just a good, what do you call it, desire to help us, except that he couldn't help us. It's like other carpenters, they don't listen. That's a trick. I want you to be a carpenter that listens. In our garage, the carpenter, Mr. Victor, Don Victor, he said that he would not touch this wall. He would just put 4 screws so that we could get to the electricity, right? But with the sprinklers, he decided not to put 4 screws, like cover it with 4 panels. So he tried to mess around with it, and then the sprinklers stopped working.
He's the one that broke the sprinklers?
Yes, he disconnected some buttons or something.
Did we pay him?
No.
Did we pay him?
Now, did you notice? No. Yes, of course we paid him to do. We paid him to do all the work. But
This work?
did you notice how I broke the furniture, the new furniture of our mom's cousin?
Actually, I heard it crack when you put it on a dough and then you try to lift it up.
Yeah. So as carpenters, we gotta build ramps, so that whenever we need to move a refrigerator or something, we don't break anything.
Like the one you did and stuff out of it.
Yeah, I broke that furniture. Now, of course, he can fix it better than I can, perhaps.
The cement one, I don't think it should be cement. I think it should be wood. Probably.
Yes, my son.
Like a bike wrap. Right. Right. Or, those skateboard ramps where you go like, it goes like this.
Yes. That's what we need, but not that big, so that we could get furniture into her house, because he had 2 steps.
But I'm talking about like it's slanted and then you go the skateboarder. Oh no, Khalif has it.
Mhm. Mhm.
To the other one that was like this now.
Right.
Yeah. One of those. The smaller version.
So we need to build a ramp. This way, when we start moving things, we have an easy time doing it. Okay. Do keep spending time with me every day. Alright? There's much I must teach you. Before you watch any videos tomorrow, get on with me and let's process some information.
No, but the problem is I was there for an hour and then reading, listening to the book. By the way, I want to check out the website.
Which one?
I don't know, the one that keeps going on YouTube. I don't think it's called Bedtime. I think it's a different one.
Oh, audiobooks, stories? Or what?
I don't know, but it's a commercial on YouTube that keeps happening.
Oh, yeah, one of those commercials.
It's like the guy eating with a spoon like this, bad manner. And the other one was,
See, I don't even pay attention to those commercials. Most of the time.
well, I see
Because
the
I'm trying to
beginnings
figure,
and
I'm
the
trying to
first
say,
second.
oh, here comes the commercial, because it throws my thought off,
And I usually pay attention. Because, like, sometimes I'm on an educational video, or even a non-educational video. And if a commercial comes up, it might, like, promote the video, what it's talking about and stuff. Like, usually if I'm on educational stuff, it's promoting colleges.
God bless you and those that surround you. We're going to continue in another video. Go help someone.